What's good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today we have some great topics for you guys, in addition to some interesting discussion, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Inti Creates is not involved with the main development of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night anymore. So Inti Creates was originally involved with the primary development of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. That's not the case any longer, however. The official Bloodstained community manager confirmed on the game's forums that Inti Creates left the main project last E3, though they're still on board for the prequel minigame. DICO has since taken over Inti Creates' role. Artplay is also the main developer now. Here's an official update on Inti Creates and the overall development team. Maybe it is best to clarify here. Inti Creates is not involved in the main development of Bloodstained game, but they are involved in the prequel minigame. Part of the vagueness is to avoid unneeded attention and negative speculation. So yes, they are involved, but not in the main game since last E3, since last year's E3 I should say. DICO has picked up the development from where they have left off under a mutual agreement. A lot of parties are involved, so it could get quite confusing. Artplay is the main developer, while we are hiring DICO as a third-party developer. We created the game, design, story, direction, gimmicks, and overall production of the game, while DICO creates art assets, design levels, and basically filling in the manpower Artplay doesn't have. In the future, you'll most likely see 505 games and Artplay credited on the trailer videos and articles to come out. So this is actually very interesting because I know just a little bit ago, who was it? Koji Igarashi, of course. Koji Igarashi, the main developer, the main person who's basically leading this whole project, has said that the development isn't going well, that they're behind, and I guess this is the reason why. Since last year's E3, they've had to shuffle out Inti Creates, who has pretty much been known the developer for this game, and shuffle in two other studios. So this usually means some sort of development hell when this type of thing is happening. And a 2018 release, I'm guessing that they'd still be able to make it, but this game is already late based off its May, I think 2017, it was supposed to come out March or May 2017. I actually backed it on Kickstarter, and obviously they're going to delay it in order to get better development and progress. But yes, if they did lead the game of last year's E3, then yeah, that definitely shows that there's some issues going on with development, and Koji Igarashi was somewhat upfront about it, but he didn't say that basically the main team developing the game is out and then they have these other two developers. I have never heard of DICO and I have never heard of Artplay. These are two developers I've never heard of. I need to do some more research on them before I really give an opinion one way or another, but it's not looking good based on this. Now they can still pull this one out. I have faith in Koji Igarashi that he can still make a game, because the fundamentals and basis of a Castlevania, Metroidvania style of game is not hard to do. It's not a hard concept. There's been plenty of Metroidvania style games since Koji Igarashi's return, so I'm not thinking that this is going to be a major problem overall, although I do feel that it's definitely a little bit concerning that they had to switch developers. And why? What was the reason? Was there a falling out? Like, what's going on there? I think a little bit more transparency would have been better, especially when you have people who help back this game with over $5 million. Not saying that that's a bad or a little amount, because it really, in the grand scheme of things, $5 million for a game is really not a ton of money. But at the same time, I think that they should have been a little bit more upfront with that. And I understand, you don't want the media to start doing speculation and baseless articles, because that's what the media does. Oh, they're not working on the game anymore. Oh, it's going through all sorts of stuff. That's what the media does. But if you would just clarify things from the very beginning, then there wouldn't have been an issue at all. And I guess if you do it this way, I don't think there's going to be too much uproar out there. People just want to play the game. So hopefully they're working hard on it, and hopefully we can finally see some results in 2018, because it's slated to launch, I think, Q1 2018 or something like that, or maybe the first half of 2018. So let's just hope that everything goes smoothly and we can get this game out, because a lot of people have been looking forward to a Koji Igarashi developed Metroidvania game for quite some time. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. NBA Playgrounds update is adding a 3-point contest, 33 new players, new rebounding system, and friend invites. So Saber Interactive is putting the final touches on a brand new update for NBA Playgrounds. Players will have access to a bunch of new modes, content, and features soon. First up, NBA Playgrounds is getting a 3-point contest like I discussed. The game's 3-point contest will be able to allow people to kind of just go beyond the arc there, use the new system as far as the new shot meter to see who has the best stroke in 3-pointers with a variety of different characters, and I'm pretty sure part of that new 33 characters will be some sharpshooters from beyond the arc. The game's rebounding system, which was in dire, like, this game's rebound system is a joke. If you jump for the rebound, you're probably not going to get the rebound. The rebound is going to stay to the person who just is, like, just on the ground. Like, that's what I noticed about the rebounding system in the game. It's really bad. When you try to jump up to get something, you can't ever get a rebound. So they're basically retweaking it to where when you jump, you can actually grab a rebound. So that's being reworked, and friend invites are being planned. So that's something that I talked to Og about, who is a moderator on my channel. He said that there's already friend invites in the game, and I'm like, I don't see them, even though that's in there. So there's still some issues, I guess, there with the friend invites or playing against the friend. I'm not sure, but they're saying, hey, friend invites are planned as far as part of the update. Plus, there's 33 new characters, like I discussed below. Obviously, you guys are seeing the trailer, the hot update that they've been talking about here. And NBA Playgrounds, I actually uploaded a video of me playing online, had a great time. I still think this is a worthy, like, spiritual successor to NBA Jam. I think it actually adds a bunch of cool other things that NBA Jam never had. I'm really loving what they're doing with this game, and it's been a long time, even since the NBA Jam 2010 came out. It's been 7 years. So the fact that they got this game out and people are enjoying it across the board, PC, Xbox One, PS4, Nintendo Switch. Obviously, they took a while to get that update out, but once it dropped, it definitely improved things. The game is much more playable overall. People just can't spam steal at this point because your stamina meter goes down when you do that, so you have to be really smart about things. The shot meter, the dunk meter, everything they added into the game was better, and this is even going to just round it out even more because the rebounding was, oh man, the rebounding was bad. It was so horrible. Just stay on the ground and you'll get the rebounds. Don't jump. Don't ever jump, even though in real basketball you gotta jump to get rebounds for the most part. So I'm glad that they're adding this in there, and we will see when the Switch version comes. It seems like it's going to come to PS4 and Xbox One PC first, maybe PC, PS4 first, and then it'll come to Switch later. So we'll see how much longer it takes, or if it's all at the same time. Nintendo, everything is writing that the Nintendo Switch version, as far as the patch, is coming soon, and hopefully it doesn't take as long, but we'll see. That's what they said before as far as the online play. Oh yeah, it's coming out in a few days within release. No, it didn't. So we'll see what happens there, but overall I'm excited, and I'll pick it up when it comes out. Obviously, I've got so many games to play. If it takes a while to come out, that's fine. Once it comes out, then I'll get it there. I have to fully disclose that I got a free copy of NBA Playgrounds from Saber Interactive, so I can't really say, oh, it's my own paying money, I'm mad. You know, I got a free copy. So let me know what you guys think about NBA Playgrounds and everything that they're doing in the comment section below. Alright, and getting into the last article here, Nintendo's Koizumi on bringing in new devs at Nintendo and handling games and changing how games feel. So this is coming from an Edge interview with Nintendo's Yoshiaki Koizumi. Quote, generations turn over, and when you're working on games like these, you can't have the same veterans on everything forever. Anytime that you have a new generation working on games, they're always going to think about the things that are close to them and incorporate those into the game somehow. That definitely changes the way the games feel. Koizumi definitely took a prominent role with Nintendo, especially with the reveal of the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, he had a big hand in this system, and if I had to rate his job so far, 10 out of 10. He's doing a fantastic job when it comes to just overall with the interviews, talking about things, and it looks like he's positioning himself to be the next president of Nintendo within the next 4 to 5 years. I would think that Koizumi is going to be that guy who's going to be the next president. He has the looks for it, he has the feel, he has the bravado a bit. You saw him up there on stage as far as him demoing, and even the whole thing that they did at the presentation where he was like doing the acting and the magic and all that. Like, you see, he has that nice flair. He has a little bit of that Iwata side to him, and then he also has that businessman flair too, when he knows the right things to say in conversations and interviews and things like that. I just wish that there was more of him as far as him giving more video interviews and things like that. I would love to see more of him and what his philosophies and what he thinks. And I know he's talked a lot along with Takahashi-san, but I'm just saying, like, it would be great if there was more, maybe even more Nintendo Directs that he hosts, because I know he did one Nintendo Direct earlier in the year and he ran through it and it was great. He was a fantastic presenter, even though it was narrated in English. You can tell that he knew what he was doing, he was getting through. He definitely looked generally interested and that's what you want to see when someone's presenting information to you, especially someone like with a company like Nintendo. So I do think Koizumi is probably going to be the next president of Nintendo at some point, unless something crazy happens, because right now he's doing a fantastic job at the company. So let me know what you guys think about what he said here as far as the new developers coming into there. I think that that's great. Obviously, Nintendo does have a lot of new developers that are making games, that are creating ideas that definitely fit with that generation. For example, like Splatoon. I'm not sure if Nintendo's old guard could have created something like that, because Nintendo's old guard necessarily weren't into shooters at all, whereas the new generation of gamers that are coming into working at Nintendo do like shooters. A lot of them said, yeah, we like shooters, we play them, you know, we play other systems. So I'm not sure if that's something that Nintendo would have done beforehand. So I like the fact that the new generation is bringing in some new ideas into what they're doing here, and even getting some of the older generation to collaborate and work Mr. Yabuki with ARMS. Stuff like that is an absolutely great collaboration between the new and the old when it comes to the Mario Kart team and who they brought into there. So having a new IP like that is also pretty cool as well, although that definitely seems more Nintendo-ish than anything like an evolution of Punch-Out or something like that, to where it kind of goes like a player versus player type with the wacky characters and everything and what you can do. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think it's awesome that Nintendo is doing this and the newer guys are getting in there and making some noise, especially with Splatoon 2. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. It really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon page, pledge any tier, be entered in to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, while Splatoon 2, ARMS, and more. So support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you ninja for the next video. Peace.